Time to gain full control of the exhaust valves on this Audi R8. Hello everyone, welcome back to Carbonwurks and welcome back to the next install on our development Audi R8 V10 Plus facelift. Think I got that all right. So as the hook would suggest, today is about regaining control of the exhaust valves on this car. Some of you may know that the facelift doesn't give you the exhaust control button on the steering wheel, and also anyone with a pre-facelift Gen 2 car that's had the latest software revision from Audi will have also lost valve control of the exhaust on their car. So you have the button, every time you press it, it just comes up saying standard. No good for us, no good for anyone that wants to unleash the beast at the back end. So what we've decided to do is go to our friends at dAHler, who we've done plenty of work with now on the BMW valve control systems, see if they can offer us a solution for an Audi control system on this car. And the great news is that we've got it and it's over there. So let's take a look. Standard appearance dAHler valve control box, and it is an electronic system, so although the valves are pneumatically controlled, this breaks into the system electronically, so control of the solenoid, which is here, female male plug, so again straight piggyback in and an earth connection there. So that's the back end of the system, the operating end, and then you get the standard remote fob to give you the full control, which on this particular system has 3 buttons as opposed to standard 2, giving you a fully open position, a standard control, so back to how the car thinks it should be working, and a fully closed position, which might be helpful for some of you that don't want to annoy the neighbours when you start up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So that covers off the kit. Usual spec of the fully waterproof IP68, I think it is. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. Fully waterproof control box, and as standard factory sealed and terminated connectors. So all good there. That's going to go and hide in the rear quarter of the car, which we're going to walk you through in a bit once I've done the install. And then, like I said, standard remote control fob, which can go with the key inside the car to give you full control of the valves. So I think that just about covers it off. Anything that I've forgotten, I'll include in my speech at the end. For the meantime, we'll do maybe a bit of B-roll. I'll get the wheel off. It will be in the driver's rear quarter behind the arch shield. So I'll get that all stripped out, potentially look at getting this installed. This is the prototype from dAHler, which is why the buttons aren't in our language. But we're hopeful that it's going to go in, we'll connect, we'll be able to test it on our car, and all being well, we'll sign this off, can put it into production. And any of you guys out there looking for valve control on your R8 can buy it off our website. So give me a moment, I'll get it stuck into the car, we'll get it stripped down, get it installed, and we can talk you through the installation process and position, and we'll go from there. So good news, the dAHler kit's installed and we've also tested that it works correctly, which is good. So just to show you the business end of the installation. So the connection point here is the control solenoid for the exhaust valves. This is factory and all this plumbing here is factory. This is the factory connection for it here. Tim will have done a bit of B-roll of me putting in the dAHler intermediate loom. So this is the 2 plug and play connections from the dAHler. And then up here is conveniently located an earthing point for the factory loom. So the earth connection for the dAHler kit we've connected up onto there. So nice and straightforward, all in the same neighbourhood, which is great. And then in terms of mounting the control box itself, you might just be able to see it up the top here, but there's a chassis leg which has this driver's side bank ECU mounted to. So the dAHler control box is mounted next to it. Fortunately, we've currently got our engine bay side panel out, so you can actually see it from the top, as well as a load more light being let in. But that to me seemed to be the best location for it to be. Obviously it can be mounted anywhere because it's fully waterproof, IP68, etc., and it's in quite a nice solid case. But that'll be up there behind the arch liner once that's reinstalled, so it shouldn't really receive any external elements up there of any real kind anyway, so it'd be nicely protected. And then just cable tied the wiring up alongside the existing loom for neatness, and that's that. So like I say, we've installed it, we've tested it, we're happy that it works. We're going to feed back some information to dAHler on our installation and a couple of bits that we can neaten up for the final product. But yeah, all that's left is for me to put the car back together. We can then test it, do the sound clips for you guys on the video afterwards to prove that it works, show how it works. But like I say, we're really happy with it. Working, installed just as all the BMW products we've done in the past that we're happy with, and the customers too. So looking good for this product once it gets released, which will be great. So I'll reassemble this now, wrap up the video, do some sound clips, and the job will be done. So that's a wrap on the dAHler system on the R8. We now have a remote control car. So to recap, this works in any driving mode in the car. Override function, so you can have one of the 3 buttons selected, which is open, closed, or in the middle, which is factory or back to stock. So it then removes the override and goes back to whatever the driving mode dictates in the car. To recap, this car is actually installed with a QuickSilver system. But what that means for you guys is any system that you might have installed that retains the factory pneumatic or the vacuum controlled valves works in relation with this dAHler kit and the factory solenoid. So that is, this kit will be compatible with those systems. If you've got a different or another override controller system, then this isn't the system for you, you won't need it. But yeah, so this is all fully functional with an aftermarket exhaust system on this car, which is possible for you guys at home as well. So yeah, all done and dusted. Keep your eyes out if this is of interest to you. It'll be coming to our listing sometime very soon, quite hopefully. Like I say, we're very happy with it. A few little tweaks and it'll be ready for us to ship out, which is great. And another addition to our car, so fantastic. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Any queries, drop us a line, telephone call, email, etc., all the normal channels. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next installment.